Hello everyone and welcome back to Completely Average Gaming and welcome back to Production Line Scenario 2. The goal here is to produce a total of 3,000, or sell a total of 3,000 budget cars. We're currently at 449, which is almost 1/6 of what we need to produce. We're at day number 2, about a little over halfway through. And this is what it looks like right now. And it looks a little bit like a mess. Our first production line here, second or tier 2 production line up here, and then the start of our tier 3 production line down here. Now, I said I was going to let time fly a little between episodes in order to save up a little bit of money. We really weren't making that much money, mostly I'm guessing because all of this requires a ton of power, and the ton of power required right here plus the resources probably eats into a lot of our profit margin as it stands right now. Now, the reason why this is only a huge money drain is for the simple reason that none of these cars get sold or finished off at the moment. And that's what we're working on right now, with the goal of having no sorry about that, no pit stop for the cars being longer than 2.5 minutes, which means that this one that takes 2 minutes 33 seconds has been divided up into 2, just to be on the safe side. And now we are onwards to the fit steering column, which we have done up here, and one of those are enough because it only takes 2 minutes 18 seconds. Now the steering wheel, on the other hand, that's another story. We're gonna have to double that one up, and luckily we have enough space here. That's exactly 2 minutes 30 seconds for that. We're gonna connect that up like so. Now, in a second, we'll start looking into what I did between episodes, regardless, because I grabbed or added a lot of different stuff to the queue, namely the administration, the marketing, the Q&A specializations, computerized sales. I forgot to add this one, body design. We added the rework, enhanced inspections, and advanced fault diagnostics. Now, there's also a few more things that we'll need to look into, because we kind of sort of are in need of the smart junction as well. And we're also in need of the factory expansion. So we're going to grab that one, but we're going to set that to, we're going to add it to the queue, and then we're going to move it up a little. To about there. Because the sales of cars also takes a little bit of time. And that's also something you have to keep in mind. Now we're also going to add this to the queue and the smart junction to the queue. And we're kind of sort of want to move those up as well. Again, for the simple reason that we kind of need them. How far up is it? There it is. Alright. Now, it's fine that they are below the rework, because that's where we are going to need them, is when we rework the cars. And I think it's gonna take us so long getting down to here in the research at the moment. Ah, shoot, this one is way too far down. Oh no, never mind. Oh well. But yeah, it's way too far down at the moment. And the reason why, quite simply, is because hang on, I'm gonna just click this one down so that I can, you know, talk. There we go. So the reason why we're not gonna do the rework from the get-go is because we really need to start selling off these cars, even though it's gonna hurt our car, our reputation, perceived quality, which I had trouble finding last time, and I'm gonna have trouble finding it now too. There we go, market. We're currently sitting at a very respectable 82.14%. And here you can also see the various cars and what they require, or which cars we produce at the moment. Right now we're only producing the sedan at a budget price, which is fair. We're producing about 7, we're producing and selling about 7 of them per hour. Now the thing is, we kind of could get away with, if we were to expand here, we could easily grab more resource conveyors, but you're probably still not going to catch up with the demand of products as is. We might have to start looking into storing products on site, like here and here. We could fit a few here, some over here, just to have things stored more locally. And there's also a lot of other fixes to it, like for example the predictive stock control, faster overhead conveyors, importers, and even faster overhead conveyors. But one thing at a time. Let's just get this lot here working. That should be priority number one. And we have $4.5 million to do it with, so you know that should be just fine and dandy. There we go. Make these ones up. We're gonna let time fly, but slower. And what was this? This was fit steering wheel. Which means we're done with that. Which means we're onwards to accessories. Which is a lot more of doubling things up, apparently. Lights takes 3 minutes. Horns, 3.5 minutes. Well, we can basically just move that back one, like so. Seats take 3 minutes. 3.5. What am I on about? This is gonna take more than crap. Alright, this needs to be 3. I'm not sure what I was all about there, but alright, we need more space for that. Okay, what's up with the conveyors just hanging around? No clue. Alright, fit lights. We need 3 of these. We can fit them this way then. 1, 2, and 3. And then fit the horns. 3 of these walls will be fine. There we go. Nice. Like so. Fit seats. That's gonna be enough with no, hang on. No. What am I on about? I'm sorry, I'm derping out like as if it was no one's business. 2 of each of those should be more than plenty. Fit lights. 2 of these. Fit horns. 2 of those. Fit seats. 2 of those. 2 of these. Fit aircon. Only need 1 actually. Fit dashboard, need 1 of those. But we got the we can fit the cabin and then the controls, so we're gonna split it off, I think. Short. See, so close. Right, gonna have that over there then. And fit electronics. I think we're gonna split off electronics no matter what, because you're gonna unlock a lot of electronics as you move along. Now, for now, we're just gonna double these up. We're gonna get a whole system for these things in the not too distant future. So we're not all that worried about it. Not right now, anyways. And then we're gonna continue that one on over there. I should take care of that. And I think we'll connect these ones up over here. Like that. And then we're gonna bring this along. And they're supposed to go this way, come back up and back that way. And I think we can actually just leave this as sort of like a car stockpile area. Another one. I know. There we are, and that should mean that all that is required in the middle here, or in this general area, is gonna be the quality assurance and rework section of things. So we might as well just connect it up over there. And we'll probably end up using the exact same rework area for both of these production lines as time moves on. And no route for the conveyors, huh? Fair enough. There we are. Now we have a ton of cars already stored, semi-ready to be sold, which is going to be help us out a lot in terms of finances. You think we're going to ramp up our research speed and facilities. We're going to fill out the whole space here, like so. Or at least as much of it as humanly possible, which almost doubled our research speed. And I think maybe we'll even look into increasing it further with something like that. That should really help us out in unlocking things a little bit faster, because we really want to get that quality assurance and rework going on. At present, though, having 2 of these is a little excessive, but as we unlock technologies, which we'll have to do eventually in order to stay competitive, 2 of them will be useful, because a lot of work happens over at the electronics with the new technology, which I suppose is only fair. A lot of technology has to do with electronics. Let's also throw down a few more power stations, power plants. Over here. Come on. We're currently only producing about 21,000 out of the 48,000 we need of power. So we could technically go fairly crazy with the power. I just remember shift as a nice button to click every now and again. Is there any more gaps we can just fill in with one of these? There we go. We're currently overproducing a fair amount. Alright, maybe I went a little bit crazy with the power plants. But that should help out our bottom line, though, because we spent almost $500,000 in power bills the last 24 hours. So, you know, money comes and money goes. And now, as you can see here, this is backed up, which means we should probably increase the priority of our factory expansion, because we kind of need to get a hold of these spots over here as well. Was it budget cars or was it budget sedans? It's just budget cars, so we can have different car models, which is the plan, but I wanted to make sure that we were on point with the plan as well. It doesn't feel like we're making a ton of money at the moment. Let's increase it a little. Polish framework, obviously we've put it in. This area here will probably not get to polish their cars. Did that make our still budget? Alright, beautiful. Beautiful, that's advanced production. Why did we unlock that one? No clue. I had no plans on getting any one of these. Not anytime soon, anyways. Nope. Alright, it's the body specialization I wanted, and thought that was under advanced production. That's probably why I clicked it. But it's under administration. Fair enough. This research should go a fair bit faster now, so we got that going. Now, we really need the factory expansion. So we can grab this land and sell cars off over here as well. We might as well start by how are we gonna do it? Where are we gonna break it off? I suppose we could just break it off here, and then bring this one over to these two, because this one was just fine before, you know, adding the latest production line to it. No. There we are. Alright, beautiful. Almost done with the expansion, which is going to be nice. The way expansions work in this game is you pay a upfront sum, and then you rent the space every hour. So it's kind of different than what it usually does in most games. There we go. We're going to spend 11,000 an hour in order to expand and grab this land. We're going to pause it. We're going to go to exports. We're going to sell all we can muster over this way. We're going to start with 2, I think. And then if need be, we'll, you know, increase it further. We're going to... What? I did it the wrong way, didn't I? I did. Is the correct answer? Alright. We'll demolish these 2 as well. Bring it further along here. Like so. Alright. Full throttle ahead. That's a fair few cars moving towards the end right away. That's nice. Hopefully the 2 of them will be able to keep up, and we can follow that by seeing whether or not this backs up any further. It looks like it's just right. More or less, at least. How long does one take? 4 minutes. Alright, so they will keep up plus a little. But it will take some time in order to actually get any leeway or catch up with what's already stored, so to speak. Yeah, because these 2 take exactly 2.5 minutes. That's why that's keeping the log, keeping the backlog going. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of these yellow marks up, which, as far as I know, can only mean one thing, and that is the fact that you do not import enough resources to them. And if we were to get predictive stock control, which we will eventually, we could alleviate some of that. I've never been able to keep up with all of them, or to never have them pop up. They always pop up somewhere. And they're a pain in the rear end, because that's keeping our overall production speeds down quite significantly. That's nice. Nothing really we need to do about that. So yeah, we can have a quick little look in. Where is it? I see that here. Right now we're producing 31 cars an hour, which doesn't add up to the amount we should be if all ratios were just getting the resources at any given time when they needed it. Is it production or is it sales? It's production, right? Because as far as I can tell, this should at least be 20 cars an hour, right? And then this should be at least a little under 10. And then this should be, you know, 3-4 cars an hour. But since we have supply demand, since we're supply blocked, to borrow a strategy game term, we can see we're waiting for resources, waiting for next slot, running and waiting for next vehicle. So we do actually spend a fair amount of time waiting. Some of that is waiting for the car to actually enter the go from here to here. That takes time. And also waiting for resources and waiting for a free slot. Obviously, there's a lot of waiting for free slots around because they're backed up. and we have a lot of the processes we have going takes less than 2.5 minutes, but our goal was 2.5 minutes, and no one process takes longer than that. And that's the important part. Now, what we could do in order to increase some of the speed is to have a look at our upgrades here. If we were to buy all of these, it'll be 300k. We can take that hit, and this would probably be a little bit more, 729,000. All right, we'll grab both of those and see if that helps any at all. We're actually managing to sell our cars off quicker than we can produce them at the moment, which in a way is a sort of quality sign, I suppose. Now, alright, and then we have these ones. We don't need that yet. I think we're good in that department. I think we might want to add something here though, and I think we want to go under electronics, or find something that gets fitted in electronics. Let's get that gets fitted under. We have one part here somewhere that was like crazy quick. This one, 22 seconds. What is that? Fit controls. Alright, so fit controls, a fit cabin would be superb places to throw in some technology. Trunk, brakes, tires. Fit controls and fit dashboard. Alright, driver airbag. That could be one. We have to check the lights could also be one. Where was the lights? Auto steering headlights. Fit lights. That could be one. Let's have a look at the lights. This would be dashboard? No, that's steering column. So, this is lights. Oh yeah, this could be a place to do an upgrade, I suppose. Horn, seat, windscreen, aircon, cabin, controls, electronics. Where is dashboard? Brakes, wheels, beautiful. Tires, steering column, steering wheel. Okay. Well, yeah. All right, now I got it. Fair enough. So that would be added under fit controls then. A driver airbag. Add to queue, and also the auto steer headlights. We're gonna, once we get to them, we're gonna have a little bit of look at them, because, you know, and that's gonna take quite a while. The reason why is because depending on how long it takes to actually assemble them to the car, we might want to scrap the idea of adding them to the car in order to save on time. Keyless entry, door panels. Jesus, what? I know that there's a fair few things that require the electronics one, but apparently that's not a thing anymore. Fit cabin. Wasn't that one of the things that were super quick? Fit cabin, indeed. So that's something we could look into then. Technologies. Ambient cabin light. Which for some reason is under, you have to do this one first. Fit seats, fair enough, add to queue, and then ambient light. Fit roof, nah. Sat nav, that we can do. I think we'll leave it with that for now. Obviously the technologies we're unlocking right now is easier to get done than a lot of the or it takes less time than most of the other things we've unlocked so far, because you can see the amount of time it takes underneath here. We're making 1.6 per minute. Would be nice if it was 20, but or 2.0, but what can you do? Which means we actually need to unlock some more stuff. Driver assistance is needed. That's not needed, but safety features is enough. And also convenience. Yeah, that should be able to keep us in the budget run for the rest of the game, I would assume. Now we've unlocked some more quality checks with visual inspections, performance checks, emissions checks. We're not going to add them yet. You can place them down though, because we're making a crap ton of money apparently. We're gonna go. I think we're gonna go with doubling all of these up. So that would be about a minute, and then we're gonna have at least 2 of those. We now have the space to add yet another line of these. Keep that in mind. Now, the reason why we're at least doubling them up, might even tripling them up, is because we're going to combine both of these conveyor belts to connect up to all of these, which means we have 2.5 minutes here plus crap, how many would that be? About 2 minutes, give or take, for both of the production lines to put together. It would be maximum of 2 minutes. Now we're also going to want the reworks one, which I know it says it takes 1 minute there, but if they depending on the errors they have to fix, it can take a lot longer, so we're going to go crazy with those. And then we need the smart junction in order to send the cars off to be sold or back to the we don't need to send every car through the reworks, is the point. Actually we can actually hook these up now. We're gonna pause it right now. We're gonna go with the demolish tool. We're gonna go through here like so. We're gonna demolish these ones like that. We're gonna grab the conveyor. For now we're gonna just connect these up like so. We're gonna demolish these 2. We can just grind that along. Remove that one. We're gonna need to put these ones up as well. There we go. Connect that up. No, you didn't want that. Alright. Like so. We're gonna bring this along. Like so. And then for now, all we're gonna do is bring this out a little and make it come down. And then we're gonna demolish some of these. Gonna go, crap, wrong way. Short and across, and send some that way and some straight ahead. All right, swell. What was it we unlocked? I didn't catch that. Is that the reworks? Might have been the reworks. That was the reworks. Alright, I should have held my horses a little longer then. 2. Let's go 3. Like so. And we're gonna pause everything again. Apologies for this. I thought this was further down the line. I wasn't gonna wait around for it. So we'll go down and up and across. So right now, absolutely every car needs to go through reworks. Eventually, we'll divide it up so that only cars with a defect in them will go through the reworks. rather than going the whole way around. Now, this is a very inefficient layout. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect that up there. No, didn't want to do that. You might actually not be able to do 4-way. How about we do? All right, fair enough. If I were to demolish that one, lay down. I can demolish that one too. Nope. Well, we might as well go straight and connect it up there. And this can get connected up over on this side. Well, no, that would be better if they got connected to here. Alright, so we want to redo all of those. Where are these cars headed? Oh yeah, they come out through there. Fair enough. So you'll connect up. Oh, come on. You'll connect up there. Go one down, over that way. Oh, we don't need any of that. Fair enough. There we go. And that's with the quality check. We don't need that anymore. We can demolish the whole darn thing. There we go. Alright, but I think we'll leave it there for today. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to smack the like button. If you guys want to stay up to date with all things average, be sure to subscribe. And if you got any thoughts, comments, or suggestions, I'll leave those down below. And I'll see you all in the next one. Till then, cheerio.